So, you've probably heard about ChatGPT, Midjourney, the big names. They're everywhere and for good reason. But the AI landscape is exploding, and beneath that top layer of household names, there's a whole ecosystem of incredibly powerful, specialized tools that are quietly changing the game for creators, developers, and designers. These are the tools that aren't just novelties. They're becoming essential parts of the modern workflow, solving very specific problems in some really clever ways, and honestly, some of them feel like they're straight out of the future. Today we're diving deep into that second layer. I've put together a list of 10 mind-blowing AI tools that you probably haven't heard of, but definitely should know about. We're going to cover everything from AI that can turn your rough napkin sketch into a fully functional app design, to tools that write code for you, and even some that can generate entire video projects from a single line of text. This isn't just a list, it's a look at the bleeding edge of practical AI that you can start using right now. We're going to keep it fast-paced, no fluff. For each of the 10 tools, I'll give you the quick rundown. What it is, what its standout features are, and who it's for. Think of it as a rapid-fire briefing on the next wave of tech that's going to supercharge your productivity and creativity. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get right into it. This is 10 AI tools you didn't know existed. Alright, first up is Wizard, and this one is for anyone in the UI or UX space, or even just someone with an app idea. So the core premise here is wild. You can literally draw a wireframe for an app or a website on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, and Wizard's AI will transform it into a high-fidelity, editable digital design. It's not just a static image, it generates actual design components that you can then customize, style, and link together to create a clickable prototype. It's an insane time saver. The magic here is in its component recognition. It understands that a box with an X in it is probably an image placeholder, a scribbled line is a text input, and a rounded rectangle is a button. You can go from a thought in your head to a tangible prototype you can test and share in minutes, not hours or days. It completely bypasses that tedious initial step of manually recreating a hand-drawn idea in Figma or Sketch. For rapid iteration and brainstorming, this feels like a cheat code for designers and product managers. Next, let's talk to the developers. You've probably used some form of IntelliSense or basic code completion, but Tabnine takes it to a whole other level. This is an AI code assistant that integrates directly into your IDE, whether it's VS Code, JetBrains, or something else. It doesn't just suggest the next word or a single line, it uses a deep learning model trained on a massive amount of open source code to predict and write entire blocks of code based on the context of what you're doing. It's like having a senior developer pair programming with you 24/7. It learns from your personal coding style and patterns over time, so its suggestions become more and more tailored to you. It can complete full functions, anticipate your next logical step, and significantly cut down on boilerplate. Think about all the repetitive code you write, setting up classes, writing standard functions, API calls. Tabnine automates a huge chunk of that, letting you focus on the complex logic and the actual problem solving. This is less about writing code faster and more about thinking at a higher level, which is a massive productivity boost. Moving on to the content creators, we have Copy.ai. While Jasper, which we'll get to later, is a beast for long-form content, Copy.ai excels at the short to medium-form stuff that fills up our daily lives online. This is your go-to tool for brainstorming and generating high-quality copy for things like social media posts, Google Ads, product descriptions, emails, subject lines, and even blog introductions. The sheer number of templates it offers is its biggest strength. You're not just starting with a blank page, you're starting with a proven formula. You just feed it a little bit of context, a product name, a brief description, the target audience, and it spits out dozens of variations in seconds. The key is that it's a great starting point. You might not use the output verbatim, but it breaks through writer's block and gives you a ton of different angles and hooks to work with. For a social media manager or a small business owner who has to wear multiple hats, this tool is an absolute lifesaver. It automates the most time-consuming part of content creation, coming up with the initial ideas. Okay, this one is for the video editors and visual artists. Runway ML is less of a single tool and more of a whole creative suite powered by AI. It's kind of like an Adobe Creative Cloud that's been built from the ground up with machine learning at its core. It has everything from incredibly powerful video editing features, like automatically rotoscoping subjects out of a background with just a single click, what they call green screen, to AI-powered color grading and motion tracking. But honestly, it goes way beyond that. It also has generative capabilities. You can generate videos from text prompts, extend the frame of an existing video with AI-generated content, or even train your own custom AI model on a specific style or object. It's this combination of practical editing utilities and futuristic generative tools that makes Runway so interesting. It's really a playground for experimentation. You can remove an object from a video as easily as you would in Photoshop, or create entirely new visual scenes from scratch. It's pushing the boundaries of what's possible in post-production. Next up is Jasper, formerly known as Jarvis. If Copy.ai is your sprinter for short-form content, Jasper is your marathon runner. This AI writing assistant is built for creating high-quality, long-form content, like detailed blog posts, marketing reports, video scripts, and even entire books. Its boss mode feature is where it really shines, allowing you to write commands directly to the AI, like write a paragraph about the benefits of SEO for small businesses. And it will generate well-researched, coherent content right in the document. What sets Jasper apart is its understanding of structure and tone. You can tell it to write in a specific voice, witty, professional, informative, and it maintains that tone throughout the piece. It also has deep integrations for things like SEO optimization and plagiarism checking. It's not about replacing the writer, but augmenting them. Jasper handles the heavy lifting of the research and drafting, so you can focus on the editing, the storytelling, and injecting your unique human perspective. For anyone who produces a lot of written content, this is a serious power tool. So you've almost certainly seen images from this one, even if you don't know the name. This is DALL-E 2 from OpenAI. It's an AI system that can create completely original, realistic images and art from a simple text description. The level of detail and nuance it can understand is just staggering. You can ask for a photo of an astronaut riding a horse in a photorealistic style, and it will generate several high-resolution options that look uncannily real. It understands not just objects, but styles, concepts, and the relationships between them. But it's not just about creating from scratch. One of its most powerful features is outpainting, where you can take an existing image and have the AI seamlessly expand it beyond its original borders, creating a larger scene in the same style. You can also use inpainting to select an area of an image and have DALL-E replace it with something else described in text. For graphic designers, concept artists, or anyone who needs custom visuals, this tool is a bottomless well of inspiration and, honestly, a ridiculously powerful asset. This next one, Descript, has fundamentally changed my own workflow, and honestly, it's a game changer for anyone who works with audio or video, especially podcasters and YouTubers. The core concept is simple, but kind of brilliant. Descript transcribes your audio or video file, and then you can edit the media by simply editing the text transcript. Want to remove a word or a sentence? Just highlight it in the text and hit delete, and Descript automatically cuts it from the audio and video track. It's basically word processing for media. It just makes editing so much more intuitive and fast, removing the tedious process of scrubbing through timelines to find specific moments. But it gets better. It has an overdub feature where you can actually clone your own voice. So if you misspeak or want to add a word later, you can just type it into the script and the AI will generate the audio in your voice. It also has studio quality sound enhancement and automatic filler word removal, like those pesky ums and US. It's really an all-in-one podcasting and video editing suite that feels like it's from 5 years in the future. Our eighth tool is Lumen 5, and it's designed to solve a very specific problem, turning text-based content into engaging social videos fast. So imagine you have a blog post, a white paper, or even just some text you've written. You can paste that content into Lumen 5, and its AI will analyze the text, pull out the key sentences, and automatically match them with relevant stock footage, images, and music to create a video. It essentially storyboards your entire video for you. Of course, it's not perfect out of the box, but it gives you a fully built foundation that you can then easily customize. You can swap out the media, change the text overlays, adjust the branding, and tweak the pacing. For marketing teams or content creators looking to repurpose their written content for video-first platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, this is an incredibly efficient tool. It turns a process that could take hours of video editing into something you can do in under 15 minutes. It's all about content velocity. Number 9 is a tool I use almost daily, DeepL. On the surface, it looks like just another translator, but it is so much more than that. While other services can give you a literal word-for-word translation, DeepL's AI is built to understand nuance, idiom, and context. The result is translations that sound incredibly natural and human, as if they were written by a native speaker. It excels at capturing the intended meaning and tone, not just the words themselves. It's an invaluable tool whether you're a developer reading documentation in another language, a business professional communicating with international clients, or just someone trying to understand a foreign website. It has a desktop app and browser extension for seamless integration, and the Pro version allows for translating entire documents while preserving the original formatting. When accuracy and professionalism are critical, and you need a translation that doesn't like a translation, DeepL is, in my opinion, in a class of its own. And finally, number 10 is Tome. This one is taking on the world of presentations, and it's a direct shot at PowerPoint. Tome is an AI-powered storytelling and presentation tool. You start by just writing a prompt, a title or a topic for your presentation, and Tome's AI will generate an entire presentation for you from scratch. We're talking a full deck with a title page, an outline, and multiple slides, each with its own headline, AI-written paragraphs, and AI-generated images from DALL-E2. The layouts are modern, responsive, and look more like a polished web page than a traditional slide. You can embed interactive content from Figma, Looker, Twitter, you name it. It's designed for a more fluid, narrative-driven way of presenting information. It's not about bullet points, it's about building a story. For anyone who has to create presentations regularly, consultants, startup founders, students, this tool can take 80% of the initial creation effort off your plate, letting you refine the narrative instead of fighting with text boxes and alignment guides. So there you have it, 10 incredibly powerful AI tools that are flying under the radar, but have the potential to seriously level up your workflow. From designing and coding to writing and creating video, the barrier to entry for high-quality creation is getting lower every single day. These tools aren't about replacing human creativity, they're about augmenting it. They handle the tedious, the repetitive, and the time-consuming parts of the process, freeing you up to focus on the big ideas and the final polish that only a human can provide. The key takeaway here is to be curious and to experiment. The AI space is moving at a blistering pace, and the creators and professionals who will thrive are the ones who embrace these new technologies as partners in their work. I really encourage you to pick one or two of these that resonated with you and just give them a try. See how they fit into your existing process. You might be surprised at how quickly they become an indispensable part of your toolkit, supercharging what you're able to create. Now, I want to hear from you. This list is obviously not exhaustive. Which of these tools are you most excited to try out? And more importantly, what other hidden gems have you discovered? Drop a comment down below and share the AI tools that are changing the game for you. Let's build a master list of the best stuff out there. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.